No, your eyes are not deceiving you. I'm finally getting back into some more Hero Colosseum on the channel. And really, we're just going to do the final battle against Supreme Kai of Time while I go over a couple of things here. So, we're just going to go at it with a few decks I already have put together. Not really going to bother with using a couple new decks, at least just not for this vid. But anyway, reason being is, I just wanted to go over a couple suggestions for the channel and see what people thought. So, I know that 5 hour or so long video of the Just Keep ROM hack for World was needlessly very, very freaking long. Like, that's easily my longest video, I think, on the channel. And I wanted to ask how people would feel if I did it again, but this time episodic, because I know not a lot of people have 5 hours of their time to dedicate to one video. I don't know, I just thought I'd throw it out there. And plus, the ROM hack has been receiving a bunch of updates since. I think it's currently in its most up-to-date state. It's been like that for a while now. I want to assume he's done making updates to it, but I don't know, that could change. Speaking of which, if you have not played the Just Keep edition of World on SNES Max, you're seriously missing out, in my opinion. Like, that is easily the best controlled Mario out of any game to date. But not just the ROM hack, but the game world itself. The control on that was just so freaking perfect. And speaking of things Mario, really freaking happy to mention that we're finally freaking getting 3D World on Switch. Was wondering when and if they were going to do that, and thankfully we're getting that February 12th. So, very much looking forward to that. I also want to apologize up front for all the videos I've been putting up for Parallel Quest 122. I know I've been doing quite a few of those recently. Don't get me wrong, I'll still be doing a couple here and there, but probably not all at once like I have recently. I know that can be a bit much watching the same thing over and over again. I suppose you could also say I'm also making this vid just to see what a couple people might want to see on the channel. So if anyone wanted to leave any suggestions, feel free to leave them below. And if not, more likely we can still probably look forward to that ROM hack playthrough of the Just Keep edition ROM hack for World. That is just such a freaking fantastic ROM hack from start to finish. Would also recommend going to check out Benzelot's channel. He makes some really cool animations on there. And if you're a Zelda fan, I think you'll especially love his channel. I myself have never really been the biggest Zelda fan. I personally don't like the franchise altogether, if anything for the character design, but that's just me. Like, I will acknowledge they're good games, just I don't like the overall design. Just very meh in my opinion. Oh god, I'm seriously outspent here. I'm not even gonna bother. There's no way I'm outspeeding. Oh crap, I lost my favorite figure. That's a bummer. Let's see, can I get an ultimate off? Yes, I can. Awesome. I'm gonna utterly freaking obliterate Supreme Kai of Time just for getting rid of the evolution. Suppose I'll mention it anyway, just for the hell of it. A couple of you might already be able to tell. Or not. Fuck if I know. I've definitely had a few tonight. I'm on my 4th one right now, in fact. I have not put him on the field one time except for right there, and he already did 16k with an ultimate. It's nice to see that he's still obnoxiously overpowered. I don't really use him as much though anymore, as much as I use UR Future Trunks, just because he's really a jack of all trades. He's got more speed, provides defense to your master, and his stats are at just the right numbers for both his attack and speed, to where they can even screw over Toa. So next up we have, I suppose you could call it a bit of a more defensive deck. It definitely doesn't hit as hard as anything like my Champa and Vegito deck and whatnot. So normally how I run this deck is I'll put Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Blue Evolution, Vegeta, and Vados out turn 1, and then from then on I'll just run 3 column setups while buffing everybody continuously with Energy Goku's skill. Because, like I've stated previously, as long as they're on the field with him once, even if you put them off to the side, they're still going to get continuous defense. And that's just really obnoxious. I don't think any other figure in the game does that. But just for that fact alone, he's easily one of the best in the game. It's actually ideal for me at this point to run a 3 column setup just because of how much master damage I've already taken. Probably for the best, honestly. And this Super Saiyan 4 Goku is still overpowered as hell. Like, I have him duped entirely in HP and he's still doing 6k turn 1. And he only gets stronger from there. He just tanks so much damage. It's almost unfair. I've gone over it previously too, but I have this Energy Goku duped entirely in HP. Reason for that is because I have Godku who's going to buff his attack anyway. Plus we got Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It's just, it doesn't hurt to have more bulk. I don't really plan on letting anything happen to Goku to begin with anyway. Let's see, and then we take off Super Saiyan 4 Goku, put out Blue Evolution, and while they're currently out the field, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is still getting the defense boost for this turn. And one thing you definitely need to pay attention to, especially in this fight, or really any fight that involves UI Goku, but make sure if you're gonna ult, that their UI Goku is gone, or is locked in place where he's not in his trigger square. Because you will get screwed over very hard. And unfortunately I did lose Energy Goku, but it doesn't matter, because at this point, like, Blue Evolution's still gonna get the boosts. Super Saiyan 4 Goku's still gonna be getting the boosts. Even Vados is still gonna be getting the boosts. It cannot be overstated enough how utterly broken they made Energy Goku. His trigger square is way too freaking good. Okay, so right here is a perfect example. So I have an ultimate attack ready. I'm not going to use it right now, because I already know what's going to happen if I try to. you know, let's do this instead. Let's keep Gaku safe. Rather, I'm gonna let it pass. And I'm not worried too much about taking a whole lot of damage. Because, again, I have the continuous defense boost from Nenezy Goku Beyond the Grave, and obviously Vados. Plus, I already have a feeling that if we're going to lose Split Evolution Vegeta, then they'd have to double stack. I don't think even with the double stack, I'm going to lose Vados here. Yeah, just barely. And meanwhile, since they couldn't kill Vados or do Evolution Vegeta, they're still getting the attack boost from Gaku. I would argue that Gaku is still probably the best Goku figure in the game. Just for the amount of support that he provides for the team, because let's look at him again really quick. So let's see, he's getting 700 attack to his own attack, and 160 to all allies, and plus 5% to all his damage dealt. That's repeatable. I want to say in terms of like raw attack, that's probably the most broken pulsing skill in the game. One that's repeatable anyway. Because you gotta think for a sec. He's getting plus 700 to his attack every single turn. And then a plus 5% boost on top of that. And I have this one duped entirely into speed. Like at base, he already has 7,000 attack. It's just made him really freaking good. Probably one of my favorite figures in the game, actually. Without further ado, though, we're gonna just run it with my main deck. And you're about to see how very easily you can take down this free battle as long as you have this deck. Like, there's a reason why I haven't lost a single game with it yet. Like, the only time you're gonna lose with this deck is if you misplay, or if you run anyone in their ulting spot when there's a UI Goku on the field. It's just not a good time, not a good idea to do that, period. I'm also thinking about doing a couple of videos here and there, paying a bit of tribute and homage to Muggs. Hopefully he comes back soon. Hope he's doing okay too. Was thinking about doing like the most stat for like an entire team, kind of like how he did. Like put the 5 hardest hitting base attack figures in one team, just see how it goes against some of the tougher free battles. Probably wouldn't be too good for the attack ones because they usually have low speed and low defenses, but I still think it'd be fun to try out. So thankfully I've already done quite a number to Nenezy Goku. It's very unlikely she'll put him out anytime soon again. And thankfully she gave me a split, so her master's going to be leaking quite a bit. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet either, but what I like to do with a couple of my setups, like any involving like all Piccolo, Vados, and Super Saiyan 4 Goku, like as soon as Piccolo falls below Super Saiyan 4 Goku's HP, that's generally when I like to put Piccolo off to the side and put out Focus Flash Vegeta. Or if Vados is taking way too much at that point, I'll either take off Piccolo or Super Saiyan 4 Goku and just put out Focus Flash Vegeta there. There's a lot you can do with just this one deck, even though it's all pretty much second turn only. Like if you want to jack of all trades, optimal second team setup, this is pretty much it. At least to me it is. Yeah, we'll go for another turn. I really want to get rid of Supreme Cut Time, is pretty much the big reason here, because with her on the field, it doesn't really nerf Vados, just her stats, and that's why she's still ass in my opinion. If they made it instead to where she was hitting the closing skills and the stats, she would be a really freaking good figure, but sadly it's not the case. And she has very, like, meager defenses and very average, at least above average attack. Like, all around stats, not terrible, but not great either. They're just kind of meh. They're just there. Now, here's the thing with this. She still has a UI Goku. I'm not going to use my ultimate just yet. Instead, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to apply pressure to her side here. That's another very big thing I love about this deck. You can apply so much pressure and play so many mind games just by having both Focus Flash Vegeta, or rather, Focus Flash, Vegeta, Piccolo, and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. They're not really going to be able to predict what you're going to do next turn. And it's actually good that I put out Focus Flash Vegeta this turn because it took quite a bit of master damage. Hoping I can deal a bunch in return. Let's see, how much are you gonna do? Nice. Oh, it's freaking over. I still have over 10k master HP and still have all 5 my figures. Again. Use this deck. It's so freaking obnoxiously overpowered. But anyway, that's gonna do it for the vid. See you on the next one. Probably be doing that world playthrough unless I get a bunch of people saying no, don't do it, but Alright, I will catch y'all later. I'm gonna go sober up and go sleep. Peace.